Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back on my work. Let's start our leftover topic. We have completed two sample papers. We have solved two sample papers. We are going to solve paper number 3 of sample papers. Okay. So just focus here. Once again, I'm explaining you about the marking, that how would be the marking there and what they are going to ask you in the paper. They will ask you three sections, A, B, and C. A section will have 10 questions. B section will have 8 questions. C section will have 4 questions. 3 questions. Out of that, you have to reply 3. In this 10 questions, all are compulsory to attempt. Okay? To attempt all are. And in this, you can any 6. You can choose. In this, any 2. This is your scheme paper. 1 marks you will be given if you 1 marks each. If you write the correct answer, you will get 1 marks. And in this, you will get 2 marks. No. Here you will get 2 marks. Here you will get 4 marks. And here you will get 8 marks. Total, that is maximum marks, is equals to 60 marks. So we are going to target this 60. All questions you have to attempt. You will get 20 marks in this. 4 marks, 6 questions, you will get 24 in it. 8 marks, 2 question, you will get to 16 marks in it. Okay. So let's start with our section A. First, we will do the 10 questions of section A. We will solve the 10 questions of section A. Then we will move to section B and then to section C. So let's start about the section A. What does ICZM stands for? This is question number 1 from section A. Okay. See, this question has been asked in previous sample papers also. In this, only little bit ICZN, ICBI, ICBN. So ICZN, what does ICZN stands for? International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. If they will write ICBN, International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. Okay, I'm your geology teacher, so I'm teaching you International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. ICZN stands for International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. What is nomenclature stands for? Naming. If you want to name anything, you have to say nomenclature. What will be the nomenclature of particular compound? What will be the nomenclature of particular animal, any species that has been discovered? See, geologists are continuously working on the field. They are always working on the field, doing the pattern study of animals, studying their reproductive stages, studying their behavioral genetics, behavioral paleontologists, all geologists are working and they are having their specific fields. So if any geologist found a new species of animal that has not been recorded in any of the book, then they will name that species according to their code or rules described by the ICZN. Okay. Similarly, there are 118 elements, I think, in periodic table. If someone finds a new element that is not in the periodic table, then there are rules of IUPAC nomenclature that a chemist or a chemistry person will follow before naming that compound. So ICZN do the same thing. You cannot name any new species randomly that I want to keep the name of this species Bholu, Ram, Sham, Kalu. You can't do that. There is certain rules or you have to follow that rules and then you do the nomenclature naming of that particular species. There's a department who look into this matter is ICZL. Okay, see, that is why this question is again and again asked. Okay, that who is taking care of these things. Now we are coming on our question number 2. And what does question number 2 say? Tells us what is monoaxial heteropolar symmetry. What is monoaxial heteropolar symmetry? Okay. Name the group of animals in which it is the principal symmetry. Okay. Next part of this question is name the group of animals in which it is the principal symmetry. Principal symmetry. So what is monoaxial heteropolar symmetry? When any plane passing through the central axis of the body, I'm writing the answer for you guys. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body, axis of the body, divides an organism into two identical parts. Okay, this is monoaxial heteropolar symmetry. Now, monoaxial heteropolar symmetry, or you can call it radial symmetry, it is the principal symmetry of diploblastic organisms such as cnidarians and ctenophores. Okay, so what we will write here? First, let us remove it. Where does it comes? Okay. The next part of the question I'm writing here. Monoaxial heteropolar symmetry is also called as radial symmetry. This radial symmetry is found in diploblastic organisms. Diploblastic organisms. Example, cnidarians, your hydra phylum, and ctenophores. Okay. So next question, that is question number 3. Monoaxial heteropolar symmetry is the another name of radial symmetry. So they can ask you monoaxial heteropolar symmetry and you will get confused that what it is. We have not studied about this kind of symmetry. It is nothing else. It is just a radial symmetry. And radial symmetry is basically found in the diploblastic organisms of phylum cnidarians and ctenophores are the example. Okay. When you pass the organism from any plane passing through the center, you will divide it into two equal identical parts. Circle. Okay. If you divide the circle, but the condition is the plane should pass through the center, you will divide the two identical parts of that organism. Question number 3, distinguish between brown fat and white fat. Answer number 3 is white fat is the predominant. White fat, it is the dominate type in the adults. The adipocytes of single layer. Adipocytes are fat cells, okay? The adipocytes of single layer, large lipid deposit. Okay, lipid deposit. Clear? Which fat? White fat is metabolically not active. Okay, white fat is metabolically not active. Now let's write about brown fat. What is brown fat? Brown fat, it is found in fetus and infants. Okay, it is found in fetus and infants. Adipocyte of brown fat, adipocytes of brown fat has several small lipid, has several small lipid droplets and metabolically active. And generates heat. Why it is found in fetus and adult? Because it generates heat to maintain body temperature required for infants. Okay? To maintain body temperature. Clear? See, what happens? Two people are sleeping on a bed. One is an adult and one is an infant. Okay? And they both have covered their body with a single blanket. Now what happens? Adult will sleep throughout the night while covering his body because he will feel cool if he remove the blanket. But infant usually remove the blanket from his body and you again cover it, you will again remove it. Why? Because there is large amount of brown fat comparative to white fat. So their body is already generating too much of heat. Their body is already warm from inside. So they don't want any external warmness. That is why this is their natural phenomenon that they remove the blanket. And what we as a parent or we as a caretaker takes it that cover the body of the infant because we might get cold if we will not cover the body of the infant. Okay, but this is general phenomenon. They always remove the cap. If you cover them with the cap, they remove it because they don't feel it easy. They are already generating lots and lots of heat because of the presence of brown fat. Now coming to the question number 4, and question number 4 says, what are microglia? What are microglia? Where we have studied this word? What are microglia and what is their origin? And what is their origin? Add a note on their function. Add a note on their function. Now let's write out answer number 4. Microglia are the neuroglia supporting cells of the cells of CNS, which are phagocytic cells of mesodermal origin. Very good. Okay. Microglial cells are the neuroglia. supporting, this you will write in bracket, supporting cells of CNS, which are phagocytic in nature. Okay, so what is their function? Which are phagocytic means they are something to do with the immune system. Phagocytic in nature. Cells and their origin, cells have mesodermal origin. And nervous system is ectodermal, but the given cells are mesodermal in origin. Now coming to the next question, that is question number 5. And question number 5 tells us what is the function of radula. Wow. What is the function of radula? Where we have studied about this radula? Think a lot. Give the name of the group of mollusks. Give the name of the group of mollusks which do not possesses a radula. Which do not possesses a radula. Answer number 5. The buccal cavity contains a file-like rasping organ called radula for feeding except the bivalves and tusk of mollusk. Okay, the bivalves do not have. The buccal cavity contains a file like rasping organ called radula. Used for feeding except, now they are not found in except the bivalves. Bivalve is a class in mollusk and tusk of mollusk. Tusk of mollusk means dentalium, if you remember. When we were studying about the mollusk, there is a mollusk which looks like elephant tusk. Dentalium is the example. Okay. Now coming to the question number 6 of section A. Let's see what's the question. What are the pneumatic bones? Questions they are asking. Question number 6 says, asking you, what are pneumatic bones? Wow. So first, after listening this word, after reading this word, what comes in your mind? From where you studied pneumatic bones? In which chapter? How do, next question, next part of the question will remind you that where you studied this pneumatic bones. How do they help birds? Now you remember that when we were studying about the apes, we studied about the pneumatic bones. Main bones in birds are extensions of air sacs without marrow are called pneumatic bone. Okay, so what will be our answer? Main bones in birds are extensions of air sacs without marrow. Are called pneumatic bones. These are helpful in flying of bird, or you can write these are helpful in flight of bird. Clear? Pneumatic bones with an extension of air sacs without bone marrow. So they are lighter in weight. This makes the body weight of bird very light in weight. So they can easily fly in the sky. Okay. What is kinetic? I think this is repeated once. What is kinetic? Answer number 7. In the ciliate protozoans, in the ciliate protozoans, a longitudinal row of kinetosomes together with kinodesmata, together with kinetodesmata constitute a unit called kinetic. Okay. In the ciliate protozoans, a longitudinal row of kinetosomes together with kinodesmata constitute a unit called kinetic. Now coming on the question number 8. Question number 8 is asking us draw a level diagram of TS of a flagellum. This question we have done. Okay. Draw a well labeled diagram TS of flagellum. This we have done in our in our 1 or 2 sample number paper. Okay. So I don't want to repeat the answer of this question. You practice it on your own. This is just they are asking you a well-labeled diagram of TS of a flagellum. It's given in your textbook. Okay. So moving to the question number 9, because question number 8 we have solved 2 times. Define neoplasis. Give one example. Define neoplasis. Give one example. What is neoplasis? When you listen this word, when you read this word, what comes in your mind? Some causing an abnormal growth of the host cell. Some causes an abnormal growth of host cells in a tissue. Form new structures. This effect is called neoplasia. This effect is called neoplasia, which leads to cancer. Which C hyphen under C is called as which. Okay. If it is above C, then with. Which cause leads to cancer. So there are certain viruses, papillomavirus, cervical virus. There are certain viruses that comes, use our body, they are host, they use the body of host, their guest, and they causes abnormal growth in certain tissues of our body, ultimately leading us to the cancer. And this growth, abnormal growth of tissue is called neoplasia. Clear? Now, coming to the question number 10, what is camouflage? Give it significance. Very good question. What is camouflage? Have you seen chameleon? Girgit? Camouflage. Give one example. The color that they change, animals, they change their color according to the environment. If they are sitting on the green environment, the chameleon or certain animals change the color of their body to greens to protect themselves from the predator. Okay, they don't want they don't want any kind of harm. So this is a protection kind of thing. And see, if they are sitting on a bark of a tree, then they change the color to brown. Okay, so these characteristics of changing the color to protect yourself from any kind of damage or any kind of predator, they change the color according to the environment so that they can hide themselves in that particular environment. It is not easy for the predator to find them. This is called camouflage. Now let's write the answer. Some species, some species of insects and frogs are cryptically cryptically colored. Avoid being detected by predator. This phenomenon is called camouflage. Example, chameleon. Okay. In Hindi, we call it girgit. Chameleon is a common name. It's not a zoological name. Okay. Now, section B. See, we have done 10 questions of section A. Now we are moving on section B. So what is the first question of section B? What are the reasons for greater biodiversity? What are the reasons of greater biodiversity in the tropics? Tropic means the area of mid part of the India. Okay, tropics, tropical reasons. Reasons for greater diversity in tropics are tropical latitudes have remained relatively undisturbed for millions of years. Tropical latitudes have remained relatively undisturbed for millions of years. And thus had a long evolutionary time. And thus had a long evolutionary time. Means no one is disturbing them, so their species are not extinct. Okay, they are having undisturbed because so they are having long evolutionary time. They are having lots of evolved species, new species, and some of the species that are still there. Okay, as the duration was available in the region of speciation, it led to species diversification. As the long duration was available in the region, speciation, it led to species diversification. Led to species diversification. The temperate regions were subjected to frequent glaciations in the past. Okay, means the glaciers. Next part, reason 2. First reason we have discussed. Second reason, tropical climates are relatively more constant. More constant and unpredictable and predictable than that of temperate region. And predictable that of temperate region. Constant environment promotes niche specialization. Constant environment niche specialization. How an organism responds. What is niche specialization? How an organism responds, behaves. Okay. Within the with environment and other organisms of that biotic community. And this leads to greater species diversification. Reason 3. Solar energy, resources like water, etc. are available in abundance in region. Are in abundance in this region. They contribute to higher productivity. Productivity. Okay. Terms of food production leading to greater diversity. Okay. Terms to food production leading to greater diversity. Diversity. Reason number 4. No, no, there's no reason 4. Only 3 reasons are there. Okay. Now question number 2 of your section B. Describe the structure of skeletal muscle. Okay. Question number 2. Now question number 3 will be mention the general characteristics. Mention the general characteristics of Arachnida. What is Arachnida? We studied in the arthropods class. Okay. Scorpions are included in Arachnida. Write 8 silent features of class Amphibia. Why I'm writing these questions? Why I'm not writing the answer of these questions? Because these answer of these questions I will discuss in next class. Why I'm writing the answers while I'm not discussing the questions? Because I want you to prepare for these answers. Okay, get yourself prepared for the answers. Let's see what you will know and what I will tell you. Okay, so it's like your own homework that you have to do it on your own. Next question is write 8 salient features of classic view. Write 8 salient features of class amphibia. Remember, you have to diagram is required in section B and section C. There's no need for the diagram in section A. If you know, then also you will not do. But in section B questions, if diagram is, the question is asking something that needs diagram, you have to draw on your own. Nothing, no in question, no one will mention that draw it with the diagram. Explain it with the help of diagram. In every question, such language does not come. But if it is not written and question is of 4 marks, you have to draw a simple diagram of related to the question asked. Okay. So what are the 3 questions that I am giving you? Describe the structure of skeletal muscles. Mention the general characters of Arachnida, class of scorpions. Okay. Write 8 salient features of class Amphibia. These 3 questions, do it on your own. In my next class, I will discuss these 3 answers of these 3 questions and many more. Okay. Done. In the next class, we will complete the section B. And in next class, section C. Paper solved. One sample paper solved, then we solve another one. Okay. So join in the journey. I'm here to help you out in your exams. Prepare yourself. See how the answers are written, how you have to reply, where to draw the diagram. This is all your practice part. We are helping you in the revision along with this practice. So keep on doing the things with us. While you are listening this class, while you are attending this class, always write the things with your head. Don't just think that this is available on the internet. We will see it later on. No, do it with me. Okay, don't waste your time. Utilize this time. Just listening will not going to help. And this attitude also will not help you that I will do it all later on because this is available on internet. No. If you are sitting, attending the class, taking this 1 hour, then write immediately with me. Because writing on your own, making your own notes will help you memorize the things faster. Okay? So bye-bye for now. Okay, see you next. See you in the next class. Okay.